This day in American history, October 28, 1985. A tax reform bill was likely, according to members of the House and Ways Committee, who said that they had broken the logjam and would be able to produce a bill that passed the president's mark. Chrysler employees ratified a labor contract worked out by the United Auto Workers that gives each of them immediate bonuses of $2,120 in recognition of the concessions they made during Chrysler's 1979-82 financial crisis. In sports, Lou Piniella replaced Billy Martin as the Yankees manager. Piniella, a major league player for 16 years and the Yankees hitting coach since he retired in 1984, is the 14th manager in George Steinbrenner's 13 years as owner. And a 1-0 Royal victory in Kansas City by the KC Royals over the St. Louis Cardinals in the 7th game of the World Series ended 6 months of public passion for baseball. And in Los Angeles, renowned married television producers Troian Bellisario and Deborah Pratt set forth to conceive their most important project to date. One that will leave an impacting imprint on all our lives.
I just want to say happy birthday to this actress, and I wish her a happy birthday. I will not say her name, but she is nice, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Happy birthday, Troian.
Welcome. Do you honestly need to go further in explaining why October 28th is such a significant day in American history? Or at the least in our corner of American history as Little Liars? It's this gal's birthday, Troian! And last year, we didn't do a video to properly celebrate it because I was going through family issues. But this year, I plan on doing her proud and doing her justice. And I can think of no better way to celebrate my baby's birthday than by doing what we do best, review. Because we're not just some PLL fan account channel, if we even are one at all. This is the Thrift Store Rundown, and we bring Hollywood home on a budget. And we also consider ourselves America's foremost experts in bringing Pretty Little Liars home on a budget. And today, for Troian's 33rd birthday, we're doing just that by reviewing the remaining 2 seasons of PLL on DVD, seasons 2 and 6, both purchased off of Amazon, thus completing my PLL DVD collection! And you'll see it all at the end of the show. Coincidentally, today is also the US premiere of her brand new film, Clara, shot in Toronto. She stars alongside her husband, Patrick J. Adams. Also, 20 days prior to this day, she recently became a new mom to a beautiful baby girl. So given all the circumstances, I feel that now, more than ever, the timing is right to properly complete the PLL DVD collection in honor of the gal who's stolen my heart. I could go into an all dissertation on all the reasons why Troy has become such a big part of my life, but I figured the best way to celebrate her 33rd is by doing what we do best. Review Hollywood on a budget. And we're going to begin with PLL Season 2 on DVD. This is the least expensive of the Amazon bunch, $1.63 for the item itself, plus $3.99 shipping and handling for a total of $5.62, purchased from the Dakota store in Alabama. The secret is out! Pretty Little Liars is just as addictive as ever, says Lauren Damasio of HollywoodReporter.com. I guess that's what the A stands for after all. Addictive. And Pretty Little Liars is all that and a whole lot more. Don't get ugly, get even. All of Rosewood wants to know who killed Allison. And the names Aria, Emily, Hannah, and Spencer are on everyone's lips. Forced to move their friendship underground and to meet with a therapist, Dr. Sullivan, the girls feel utterly alone. There's no place safe from the watchful eye of E. With parental and romantic relationships on the rocks, the 4 friends consider revealing their secret, further straining their bond. But as the mystery deepens, the body count increases, and the texts from A grow ever more menacing. The girls need each other more than ever. Socks and surprises abound in all 25 Season 2 episodes of ABC Family's Addictive series. That's what the A stands for, Addictive. Based on Sarah Sefard's best-selling books. Running time for this is 1,093 minutes, with 2 special features not counting the deleted scenes. Fasten's Guilty Pleasure and Men of Mystery. The Men of Mystery deals with the guys of Rosewood. We're talking Jason, we're talking Caleb, and by the way, I got something special to say about Caleb in a moment. We're talking Toby, Ezra. Let's take a look inside, shall we? By the way, this has the same girth and the same amount of discs as Season 5 does, even though I do not like the aesthetics of each disc. The aesthetics on these discs in Season 2 on DVD look a little bit better. I like the light shade of pink. Here is the episode guide. I'm addicted to these episode guides. This may be the sexiest one of them all. Just look at them. Especially Emily. Sexy, sexy, sexy Shay Mitchell, Ashley Benson, Lucy Hale, and the birthday queen. The elegant, refined, stupendously hot Troian Bellisario. The episode guide contains a listing of all the episodes, the writer and director for each of them, a brief summary of each of them, along with episode stills. And if you see a scissor mark here, that indicates that you get deleted scenes. This is disc 6, disc 5. Let's look at Spencer with her on-camera father, Peter Hastings, who's played by Nolan North. Spencer looks like an angel. Disc 4, disc 3. You see this still here? This is from when the liars were sentenced to community service, and a fight ensued between all of them. Disc 1 and disc 2. These 2 stills are from the charity Fasten show. This was Madeline at her absolute best. Fasten's Guilty Pleasure, the first special feature in here, deals with each individual style of the liars. Aria's edgy bohemian looks, Hannah's rock and roll glamour, Emily's laid-back sporty style, and Spencer's prepster perfection. You can watch the special feature on YouTube, by the way. I'll leave a link in the description below. But be warned, it's of a less superior quality. This is in high definition. So, if you care about aesthetics as much as I do, you'll probably want to get this and watch it. If not, then the link is in the description below for Fasten's Guilty Pleasure. Madeline did an absolutely stupendous job with all the Fasten for this season and the many other seasons. She was the costume designer for nearly all of them until Cameron Dale took over in the second half of Season 6. He did an effective job too. The way Emily did her strut on that runway during the Fasten show scene, God, Shay Mitchell just might overtake my crush on Troian. But I doubt that is gonna happen because, for ethical reasons, I can't really crush on lesbians. And on camera, Emily Fields is a lesbian. Shay is straight. I'm not trying to discriminate against any sexuality. You love who you love. We celebrate all kinds of love here. But for me, it's not ethical to crush on people who gear towards other genders. The same genders as they are. So, there's that. I still adore Shay Mitchell, as does my friend Linda Buckey. I mean, Shay is her favorite of all the castmates, and Emily is her favorite liar. In regards to favorite fashionista, well, that's Hannah Marin. That's Linda's favorite fashionista. She calls her the Queen of Fashion. My Queen of Fashion? Do you even have to ask? My baby, Spencer. The episode I watched to form the basis of this review for Season 2 was A Kiss Before Lying. Right here with Maya, played by Bianca Lawson. That's Maya St. Germain right there. Before Emerson, before Paley, there was Maya, and you never forget your first love. There's also a bit of Ezra love in a car. So that is PLL Season 2 on DVD. It's hard to review every disc. It's hard to review DVD sets because you gotta put a lot of man-hours in to watch them all. I have it on good authority that each disc should play well or it will be returned. Here's the cast listing. my birthday gal, Troian, Ashley Benson, Holly Marie Combs, my favorite PLL mom, Lucy, Ian Harding, Bianca Lawson, Laura Layton from Melrose Place. She's Ashley Marin, Hannah's mom. Chad Lowe, another soap opera veteran. Byron Montgomery, that's Aria's dad. Shane Mitchell, my second favorite liar. Linda's all-time favorite liar. Before Shane, it was Lucy, Aria. And by the way, Sasha B. Tiercy, the leader, well, I regard her as the second Queen of Fashion in my opinion, Alison De Laurentiis. And here is this little pamphlet for all new episodes of PLL, featuring the image from the cover of this disc set. And an ultraviolet code for downloading the second season of PLL digitally. Of course, this is inspired, but I'm not tearing this up. I mean, come on, you got the liars on here. Who am I to tear that up? PLL Season 2. Now, let's move on to Season 6. Season 6 was purchased off of Amazon for $11.99, the item itself, plus $3.99 shipping and handling, for a total of $15.98. This is where things get a lot more dramatic. Devious games take more twists and turns, says Matt Sullivan of In Touch Weekly. Season 6 begins moments after the Season 5 finale, with Aria, Emily, Hannah, Spencer, and Mona, who's played by the fantastic Janelle Paris, trapped outside the dollhouse, where their tormentor, Charles, has been keeping them, with nowhere to run. As the girls struggle to survive, Ezra, Caleb, and Toby continue to fight to find them. Charles' story begins to come together. Hint, Charles isn't actually Charles. And the liars eventually solve the puzzle, finally putting an end to the A-game. But that's not the end of the mystery. The season's second half leaps 5 years forward with new secrets, new lies, and a whole new look. See what the buzz is about in all 21 Season 6 episodes, filled with jaw-dropping results, intense suspense, and a special look behind the scenes. That would be inside the 5 years. There is the Pluto Elias 5 Years Forward special, hosted by the executive producer and developer for the series for television, Marlene King. I call her the boss babe, and she really is one of the most accessible, one of the most knowledgeable, one of the coolest executive producers and showrunners for television I've ever had the privilege of knowing, directly on Twitter too. And there you go, you see the liars, including Mona, in the first half finale, Game Over Charles, plus episode stills here in the back, my endgame couple, Spoby, there's Aria, Mona, and the liars, once again, doing what they do best, lie to save Allison's sister, Cece, Charlotte. And once again, our hint that Charles is not really Charles. Running time is 883 minutes. The additional special features are a PLL prom, a behind-the-scenes look at how they made the prom in Spencer's barn, from the set design to the fashion. We heart the PLL ships. The cast gets candid about their favorite couples: Ezra, Spoby, Caleb, Emerson, the list goes on. And what happened inside the 5 years after the PL House returned to Rosewood, and before that. The aesthetics on each disc here in Season 6 look ugly. This is a 5-disc set, and I definitely do not like the, light green, dark green transition. They're not even correlated correctly. But that's the only gripe I have about the DVD itself. This is the episode guide. Same drill with Season 2. Episode summaries, writer and director listing, and episode stills. If you see a scissor mark here, that indicates you get deleted scenes, which can be viewed separately. So, you got this 1, you have this 5. I watched Game Over Charles, the most divisive finale in all of PLL history. Second would be the actual series finale in Season 7, Till Death Do Us Part. And regarding Caleb, well, I just gotta shout this from the rooftops. He is my second favorite romantic love interest of the Liars. Toby is my favorite by default because, well, Spencer is my favorite pretty little liar of all time. And I gotta shout this from the rooftops. Tyler Blackbird liked my birthday tweet! One day after his actual birthday, I tweeted to him, on behalf of my pal Linda, who also loves Toby the most. Toby is our PLL love interest. But again, Tyler Blackbird liked my tweet! If you don't believe me, look at this stage screenshot! You flippin' kidding me? I have to get that printed and hung on my PLL wall of endgame. This is the second time that any PLL cast member liked one of my tweets. And if you're not following me at Remote Control PR, the link is always in all of my videos, so check that out. But ain't it? No homo or anything, but I love you, Tyler Blackbird! God, I'm so pumped up! It's the second time it's happened! And who was the first PLL cast member to like my tweet? Oh, the first. I watched Game Over Charles and I loved it a lot. This was all Marlene King here, writing and directing. It may be the most divisive finale in PLL history, but it won Vanessa Ray, who played Cece, aka Charlotte De Laurentiis, a Teen Choice Award for Choice TV Drama Villain. And in this 3, you also have the 5 Years Forward special. Marlene acts as the host for this special. We go behind the scenes about the 5-year time jump, including backstage tours, style evolution, and an interview with composer Michael Subi, who does the background score for Pretty Little Liars. And that actually leads to 2 gripes I have with this as a whole. Number 1, the series requires a lot of suspension of disbelief, and there might be some continuity disrupted. There might be some elements that make you scratch your head and go, what? How is that even possible? It's all in good fun though. And number 2, the biggest issue I have with this, in addition to Michael Subi's music, which isn't brilliant, but it is effective, I call it jaded beauty, there's the constant bombardment of pop and acoustic and electro tracks and soft tracks from up-and-coming artists that are scattered throughout almost every single episode. Game Over Charles only had 1 song, and that was by Mrs. Mister. That was during the prom flashback scene, so I count that as a source cue. I have a gripe with this because I grew up watching TV shows that were dominated by original score, which I personally believe can add a whole new layer of identity to a television show. Michael Subi's score does just that. I call it jaded beauty. But it's going to take a while for me to get used to the soundtrack and all the songs that are featured on PLL. I will say that they all fit well. They're all very fitting for each individual scene. And there are a few rock songs in there, like My Morning Jacket, featured in one of the episodes. Marlene said it herself. She wanted the soundtrack to be female-centric, and that it certainly is, so it's gonna take some time to get adjusted to. But aside from those 2 gripes, this is so worth it. The price for both of these DVDs was so worth it. And by the way, the first cast member to notice me, Holly Marie Combs, Ella Montgomery. I'll tell you more at a later time. But for right now, it's time once and for all to complete my PLL DVD collection. I'll be right back. Let me go get the remaining seasons. So there we have the other 5 seasons on my coffee table. I have my tripod. I'm ready to shoot that scene. But before I do, I need to clear a couple things up. This cutout I got of Troian from Celebrity Cutouts can no longer stand up on its own anymore easily, because it's done its fair share of traveling. I took this scene to many malls here in the Garden State. I got you, baby. It can no longer stand up on its own. So, I will continue to travel with this, but I'm just going to place it on top of my computer, my workstation from here on out. Now, in regards to seasons 2 and 6, there's actually a bit of a funny story in this, and one that's making me a mocked man right now, or maybe in the future. These 2 seasons were supposed to be delivered on Saturday, October 6th through Amazon. The mailman came through our neighborhood, but I did not see either season in my mailbox, even though they were both marked as delivered by Amazon or the mail carrier. So I was really devastated. Monday was Columbus Day, and the post office was closed in observance of Columbus Day. I called my father. I explained to him I might need a few bucks for a project I'm working on. I did not tell him what specific project it was, but he chipped in 50 bucks, and later that afternoon I went down to GameStop, purchased an Amazon gift card, and reordered seasons 2 and 6 through different sellers. I contacted both sellers for these 2 copies and requested refunds because I thought they weren't delivered. However, the following night, a neighbor came by and knocked on our door, and in his hand, he held both copies of seasons 2 and 6 that were supposed to be delivered October 6th on Saturday. However, both sellers agreed to refund my price for each of them. So not only did I get the refunds, but I got the items themselves, which actually makes me a mocked man. I don't know if either seller's gonna see them. I have not named the sellers in this, but if it is my day of reckoning, tell Troian that I love her. By the way, once an order ships through Amazon, you cannot cancel it. So I called the other 2 sellers and told them, don't ship, but they already shipped. So like it or not, I would be receiving an extra copy of both seasons, 2 and 6, and they both came on separate days, even though one of them agreed to refund the price as well. So, I got the refunds, and I got the items. The extra copies of seasons 2 and 6 now belong to a new friend of mine named Jasmine, who also likes PLL, and I may be a mock man when it comes to Amazon deliveries. So yeah, I still have a bit of work to do. Amazon more or less has been a godsend in terms of sending PLL stuff, but I still consider myself somewhat of a novice when it comes to online shopping. This is why we're called the thrift store rundown, and not the Amazon adventure, whatever. Anyway, if it is my day of reckoning for my baby girl Troian, let us once and for all complete my Pretty Little Liars DVD collection. Voila! Faster than you can say, hey! We have my fittest PLL DVD collection. My pal Linda Buckey, who I call my PLL pal, we are both in love with Pretty Little Liars. She's been in love with the show first before I ever even considered watching it in January of last year. She told me when I had all the seasons, I would feel amazing. And boy, do I feel amazing right now. Let's start at the top left. The only season purchased from the thrift store, because we're not called the thrift store rundown for nothing. Season 1, $2.69, and bought for 25% off, $2.02. And by the way, we're not including tax, but we will be including shipping for the Amazon deliveries. Middle top, Season 2, the prices were already mentioned. Season 3, purchased off of Amazon for $5 even, plus $3.99 shipping and handling, for a total of $8.99. That's on the top right. Smack dab in the middle, we have Season 4 for $7.97 for the item, plus $3.99 shipping and handling, $11.96. On the bottom left, we have Season 5, $12.77 for the item, plus $5.99 shipping and handling, $18.76. Plus an additional $1.25 in tax, but we're not going to include tax in the final tally. Smack dab in the middle, on the bottom, we have Season 6, prices were already mentioned. And the only DVD I purchased retail, more specifically at the Best Buy, which is now closed, adjacent to Westfield Garden State Plaza in Paramus. I bought that at a discount price because it was on sale. The original price was $39.99, but I got it for $7 off for $32.99. Plus, there's tax to be added in that purchase as well, but again, we're not adding tax in the final total. So, the grand total, not including tax, and including discounts and shipping and handling, $96.32. If I'm including tax, it would just go a little bit over $100, which doesn't really sound all that impressive, but I want you to think about this for one moment. Each retail shop carries a different price, and PLL Season 2, depending on where you live, and where you might have found it, retail-wise, it would have cost you about $60. So patience and time is definitely a virtue if you want to buy secondhand. And I was not going to wait any further for seasons 2 and 6 to come to the thrift store. I mean, we bought season 1, but who knows how long it would have been before seasons 2 and 6 ever came to Unique Thrift Store here in Patterson. So I just said, throw caution to the wind, get seasons 2 and 6 before Troian's birthday, and I did, and you see them before you. As with the other 5 seasons, season 1 will have a significant amount of meaning to me because it's the only season purchased from the thrift store. Thus, we continue to carry out our mission to bring Hollywood home on a budget. And honestly, $96.32, it's worth it. Despite the 2 gripes I mentioned earlier, Pretty Little Liars in its field remains a pretty little paragon of excellence. And throughout all of it comes its standout beacon of a star. The love of my life, my queen, my heart and soul, my everything, my endgame, my birthday gal, 33 years young, and never looking better. My baby, Troian Bellisario. These 4 words may not do it justice in terms of my love for her, but you know what? I join with countless little liars in saying happy birthday, Troian Bellisario. And if by some chance, if by some miracle, she happens to watch this video, let it be known, Troian, that I will forever love you until the end of the earth. Thanks to all of you for watching. That is the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood and Pretty Little Liars home on a budget. Trust us, when it comes to bringing PLL home for discount prices, we are America's foremost experts. And of course, remember, you can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
It's fun.